Good morning, stamping friends. Happy Friday. You know me, I live for Fridays. I love heading into the weekend and just the adventures ahead. So that's why I chose Friday as my YouTube lives, because I'm just always really excited to share with you. Remember, I do my Facebook lives on Tuesday and Friday mornings at 9 o'clock a.m. Arizona time. So thank you so much for joining me. Well, you are in for a spooky treat today. I had to get these Oreo Halloween cookies. Aren't they cute? Well, I do have to admit, when I purchased them, I thought I was going to have the BOO and an exclamation point, but then I thought about it like, okay, how would that really work? So when I opened them, really all you're going to get is the pumpkins, and you can see that my son already got into these, and I'm not even a big Oreo fan, but they're just too cute to not play with. So this one says dare to dunk. Oh, that's cute. And then just like a Halloween symbol, and that one's the same one. Oh, here's a broken one. Here is a pump. Oh, that's a broken one too. Let's see, here's one that says boo, and there's one that has a pumpkin on it. Let's see, I'm gonna grab the one. Oh, there's a couple more. A pumpkin and spider web, and those are the two we're going to use today. All right, so let me share this fun project with you. The first thing you're going to need is a clear medium envelope, and I just ordered some more of these. I go through these a lot because when I swap, I put my cards in there. However, we are going to use this for today's project. So what I want you to do is just trim down one of these from the bottom up. You're going to cut off the top part that has the adhesive here so that you could lock a card in there. But we're just going to cut that down to 3 3/4 inches. So you want it 3 3/4 inches tall. And then we are going to stick these two cute little Oreos in here. And this is a treat that would be awesome for your neighbors or grandkids or your own kids. You know what? I probably will give this one to Brady because he does like Oreos. So we just want to put 2 in there. That's how many fit. And set that aside. Excuse me. And now let's build the rest of this. All right, so we are going to use pumpkin pie for our cardstock base. And this is 5 inches by 3 inches. And then you can see that I scored in half on the long, actually on the short side at 1.5 inches. All right, and then just fold on that score line, and you're going to want to grab your bone folder and make this a really crisp fold. And then the next thing we're going to use is cute Halloween designer series paper. I always have to point out that it's an appropriate name for this because isn't it cute? And then there's even some more on the back. And the ones that we're going to use today are going to be the boo paper, and on the flip side are those little ghosts. All right, so now that we have our base, this is going to be a bag topper. We are going to take a piece of designer series paper, and this is cut at 4 7/8 by 1 3/8. This is just 1/8 inch smaller than the front of the bag topper. You know me, I like the more of the 1/8 inch border rather than the 1/4, but you can use whatever you'd like. And I'll try to keep my head out of this. All right, so just adhere that like this. Now, I made these little words, and I have them on a PDF. So if you go to my blog, which I will put the link on, and you're gonna get, I think I made a dozen of these. So that way you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and you know it will fit on here. But once you print them off, I want you to cut them down to 1/2 inch wide by 2 5/8 inches long, and just leave a little gap. And you know, you don't have to be perfect, but you want the end result to be 1/2 inch by 2 5/8 inch long. And the reason I want you to have it 1/2 inch thick is so that you can use our banners pick a punch. This is awesome because you can use all these different widths and you get 2 different shapes on the end. So what you need to do is open the punch. They put this cool little latch on here so that you can store it and it is smaller on your shelf. So just open that up. And then I want to make a banner only on one end. And I kind of pre-measured this so I knew about the length I wanted the finished product to be. And then you are going to stuff this all the way to the back. There's like a wall back there. Whoops. And you need to push it all the way back. Like that, and then just punch. It makes a perfect little banner on the end. Now what we're going to do is we are going to place it on here, and we are going to make this really, really simple. I love the look of staples on things. So we're going to attach it with a staple. So you want to line this up. I'm going to line it up with the black and not the pumpkin pie. like this. If you want, you know what, let's do this. Let's stick a little bit of tape on, and even though the tape would hold it, I still want to put a staple on here just for the effect. And so just line that up there. And it says, you've been. Can you guess what this is going to be? Now it's easier to handle my staple. So I'm just going to put a staple, and you can kind of put it cockeyed if you want, like that. All right. Now the next step, we have to add a couple little ghosts. And what I did was I took out, or I fussy cut these little ghosts, and I'm going to place them like this. So first place them where you want them. I'm going to have one behind the other, and then grab your dimensionals, and we're going to put one dimensional behind this guy, and this is just a regular dimensional. If you have black dimensionals, those work even better because they won't be seen when you see it at an angle, but it's not like everybody looks at cards at an angle. All right, so we're gonna pop him up with one dimensional, and then the larger one, I like to use the foam adhesive strips because they are about double in height than the regular dimensionals, so I want it to pop a little bit higher. You can just rip them off, they're so easy to use. And we're just gonna angle him so he's in front of this one, and see how he pops up even more. All right, now there's our bag topper. So we are going to add this to the bag, and we are going to staple this shut first. So just grab your stapler, and you can put a couple in here. They're gonna be covered up anyway. And then we are just going to add adhesive to the bag topper. And I like to use the Stampin' Seal Plus. I found that that one is a little bit more heavy duty for keeping things together than the regular one, but and I think it's just easier to use. All right, now we're gonna put this up as high as you can by that score line. Just place that down like that, and then just flip down the top. All right, you've been. Now, can you guess how the rest of this is gonna play out? I took my Playful Alphabet dies, and you guys have all heard about neighbors that boo people, and the saying is you've been booed. So we are going to turn the Oreos into the O's in the word boo. So what I want you to do is just stick a dimensional on one edge of the B, and really one is all you need. Kind of crinkle it up so you can't see through it. And we are just going to stick this on this side, and like that. And then we can kind of push these down a little bit. Actually, let's go up a little bit higher. All right, now we got to add the E. So this, it doesn't really matter where this one goes because the E is going to be on the whole plastic front. And I do want to push these down because I want the D to fit on here as well. So let's go right there. And then let's put one more glue dot on the very edge of the D, like this. And again, kind of wrap these around so you can't see the glue dot, otherwise it will be sticky from the front. And just add this right next to the E and on the very edge of that plastic again. And there you have it. You've been booed. All right, well, that's today's project. If you see any products that I've used that you might enjoy, please use my host code right up here when you check out in my online store. And remember, if your order is over $50, you qualify for a free celebration item. So there's lots of things in that celebration catalog. If you don't have a catalog, please let me know and I can get one for you. Otherwise, you can look online as well on my blog. And also, if you put an order over $35, then you qualify for my September Creative You projects. I will send you 3 projects in the mail for free as my way of saying thank you, along with the PDF that will tell you how to make the projects. And so that's just really a great way to get some ideas for projects that you can make at home. And then you don't have to do the thinking and the cutting. All you have to do is assemble it. Now remember, Stampin' Up! Does not allow us to stamp for you. So if you don't have everything I used, you can improvise and just use something from your stash. Or maybe you want to order that in your next batch, and then you can get the exact products that I used. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great weekend. And you guys take care. We will see you next week.